line. That punt is muffed. That's a live football on the ground, and the Yellow Jackets do come up with it at the 10-yard line. Near disaster for Denham Springs, but they are on top of the football at the 10. Not great field position, however. First down for the Yellow Jackets. And the Central special teams, Josh, has had a great performance here in the first half.
Yeah, they have. You know, Zimmer's done pretty well besides the one missed PAT. But that was a good high punt. You know, exactly what they want. They want the, you know, potential muff and fumble there, which they got. Just kind of the bounce went Denham's way, and they recovered it at the 10. And now they have 90 yards in front of them against this vaunted Central D.
So long field for the Yellow Jackets, who are still looking for their first points of the game. Central defense so far pitching a shutout here in the first half. That's after a second-half shutout last week against De La Salle. Is Horn in some trouble? Sheridan got a hit on him, and the pass was almost caught anyway. Great pressure being brought by Deshaun Sheridan. And Central, that was still almost caught by Haynes. And nice job by Horn just to get that pass away. Second down.
Yeah, Haynes found a little gap in the zone there, and, you know, Blazin Stoken came in from his corner position, was able to make a play on it. Looked like he was potentially going to try to high point it and make an interception, but, you know, bang play there and incomplete pass. 2nd
and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. Clock shows 7:07 left in the first half. The Wildcats will receive to start the third quarter as Horn is in the shotgun once again. Up and down so far for Denham Springs has been Horn. Here's the snap and the handoff up the middle. Brenton Paul looking for a lane, doesn't find any. Nice team tackling along the Central defensive line. Third down coming up for the Yellow Jackets.
Not a lot of room so far on the ground for Denham Springs or Central for that matter. Both teams playing pretty well in run defense. Great job, great team tackling right there by the Central defense.
So 3rd and long, clock is live here with about 6:30 left in the first half. Denham Springs and Central meeting for the first time since 2021. When Central won the first meeting in this stadium, Denham Springs came back in the playoffs and won the second one. Now bragging rights on the line once again. 3rd and 8. Here's Horn. Throws over the middle. Dangerous pass was almost intercepted at the 30-yard line. Nice effort on the dive from Camden Rankin, the sophomore linebacker, but it falls to the turf. 4th down, Denham Springs.
I mean, Rankin couldn't have been in better position. Great job by him reading that and putting himself in position to make that play. Now, next time, just catch it.
Yes, sir. Well said. Those are plays you don't get all the time. You do want to take advantage. However, still advantageous situation for the Wildcats as the Yellow Jackets backed up against their own goal line. It's been a long night, or a busy night, I should say, for Trenton Harrison so far. Made a nice tackle. Got to credit the Denham Springs punter. Saved the touchdown on a Stephen Raynell return. And they definitely made an adjustment for Blazin Stoken on these block attempts as Raynell fields it somewhat dangerously. Nice job by the Yellow Jacket special teams. Landon Foster made the play. And it's 1st and 10 Wildcats from the Denham Springs 48-yard line. We might be out of order here, Josh. I'll let you take the next one. But for now, I want to tell you that this timeout is brought to you by our legacy sponsor, Keith's Pro Paint and Body, located off of Hooper Road at 9950. Keith's Pro Paint and Body has excellent service and are wonderful people to work with. Special thanks to Central Crossroads as well for their commitment to support Central High School football through their loyal level Gridiron Scholarship. We'll tell you about our maroon level sponsors during the next break. As Furman is in the shotgun once again. Jackson already with 2 touchdowns here in the first half. He takes the snap. He hands off to Joseph. And Joseph has no space up the middle. Nice job by the Denham Springs defense there. And some excellent penetration along the defensive line by Devin Mack, looking like Khalil Mack there. 2nd down.
Yeah, again, not much room to run for Central offensively. I know they want to establish the run. I know Semino and staff really likes to be physically dominant up front in the run game. So, you know, great job so far by the Denham Springs defense.
We were telling you about our maroon level sponsors a minute ago. Shout out to Drew DeLeo State Farm, GM Cable, Hunt Tire, Pros Car Care, ISC Constructors LLC, and Letheon Anesthesia Services LLC. Thank you for all your support of Central High School football. And Josh, it's been a good start to the season so far. Talking about that win in De La Salle last week, I thought that really showed character number one on the football side, being without your starting quarterback and your starting running back, but just, I guess, the trauma of that happening. I know a lot of guys were at the hospital that Wednesday all the way up until midnight, and to me it showed some serious resilience to go on the road and still win that game.
It is. I mean, first off, it was great coaching to be able to rally ththose guys and put guys in position, and then great execution by the players to come in. And look, nothing went perfect offensively, but, you know, the mark of a winning team is going to get it done. They made the plays when they needed to, and I thought it was impressive.
Well said. Second and long for the Wildcats. Ball rests on the Denham Springs 49. As Furman, back to throw, lets it go down the sideline. He's got a man, and it's caught by KT. Kylan Thomas into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. A 49-yard straight from Jackson Furman to Kylan Thomas. And it's a great scene here in Central as the Wildcats build on their lead.
Just a go route by Kylan Thomas, and he just beat his guy down the sideline. And when I tell you, you could not put a better ball on him, Jackson Furman. Heck of a throw, heck of a play by the Central offense.
What a throw by Jackson Furman. Could not put that more on the money than he did. KT catches it in stride, and you love to see that. We were just talking about the incident a couple of weeks ago. Both of those guys were in the hospital this time last week. That was nice to see. We await the extra point from Nathan Zimmer. He puts it up, and he puts it through after a nice hold from Hayes Mathern. And with 5:50 left in the first half, it's Central 24 and Denham Springs 0. Great start to this game for the Wildcats so far. And Josh has a word from our sponsors.
This timeout is brought to you by our loyal sponsors, Ivy Construction. Ivy Construction is a premier supplier of site fill and aggregates in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Our high capacity and high volume allows us to handle large-scale projects with ease. We have an extensive selection of materials to choose from: dirt, clay, sand, river silt, limestone, topsoil, pipe bedding, and gravel can be picked up or delivered directly to you. Central Football would also like to recognize these maroon-level sponsors: Maughan Law Firm, Oak Point, Patterson Construction Group, Ross Downing Buick GMC, and Signature Custom Cabinets. Thank you all for your support of Central High School football.
Thank you, Josh. 24-0 in favor of the Wildcats with 5:50 left here in the first quarter. Remember that last touchdown brought to you by Keys Pro Paint and Body. As this kickoff is in the end zone, it's a touchback for Denham Springs. So a great start to the game for Central. However, still technically just a 3-possession game. A lot of time left here in the first half. Obviously, you have a full second half to go. Great start, but don't want to let up if you're the Wildcats.
Well, great start, and Central has dominated the game so far. Defensively, they are playing really, really well. Denham hasn't been able to move the ball much, but offensively, I know Central wants to establish the run a little bit more. They pass the ball, hit some big plays down the field. I know for the end of this second quarter and throughout the rest of the game, they want to see a little bit more of a balanced attack there.
Here's a run play up the middle. I was just going to make the point that the Wildcats have really kept Brenton Paul in check. Paul, who had 2 touchdowns in the victory last week and had no room there. Second down coming up for the Yellow Jackets. That Central D-line really getting off their blocks.
Just looks like a really good unit. They have a handful of guys that are going to play at the next level. So they have the players. They have Coach Camp, who's a stud of a coach, and he's dialing up blitzes, and he's got this team working together, as one cohesive unit, and it's just fun to watch so far.
Well said. I've enjoyed broadcasting it as well last year and this year, as it's 2nd and 13 officially for Denham Springs. Here's Horn back to throw once again, under pressure, and he's in the grass. Thanks to K.D. Mays, who has another sack, had 3 of them last week against De La Salle, and the Yellow Jackets all the way backed up to their own 6-yard line.
Just another great blitz right there, looping K.D. Mays off the edge there, and that guy has tons of speed, he's tons of strength, and whenever he gets you wrapped up, you're not really most of the time you're not really going anywhere. So 38's a heck of a player, and guy flies around.
Right around the edge was K.D. Mays on that last play. And KD coming off of a great year last year, trying to build on it here. According to his social media, has an offer from Central Arkansas. Also took visits to ULL and Tulane last summer. 3rd and 22. Here comes the Central pass rush once again, and Horn had to let it go. He was being hit, and Central needs to wash out to try to avoid a taunting penalty here. But that was a great job on the pass rush there from the Wildcats. That was Connor Scott making the big hit, 4th down for Denham Springs.
Yes, defensive line or defensive unit overall has just been very active. Up front, they've been giving Horn all the trouble that he wants so far, and they, again, dialing up blitzes, getting pressure with only 4 guys, and covering really well down the field in the secondary.
All punts tonight brought to you by Central Cross Threads. Nice atmosphere here in the stadium and in the press box as well. Great showing on both sides. As Harrison puts this one up, he was pressured by Stoken again. Stoken might get one before the end of the night, man, as this one is going to take several bounces and will finally be down at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 from Central. From there, looking to build on a 24-0 lead with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And now I know it's your turn to tell the people about our sponsors.
This timeout's brought to you by loyal sponsors AP Dotson Home Builders. AP Dotson is a family of residential construction home builders in Baton Rouge Central, Zachary, and beyond with generations of experience. Our goal is to construct quality new construction homes that build lifelong happiness for you and yours. Whether you are looking for new neighborhoods in the Baton Rouge area or to build from scratch on the outskirts of town, AP Dotson is